Hello everyone, today I want to explain about the physical properties of amines. In these amines, we have nitrogen atom bonded with hydrogen, methyl, ethyl and one lone pair. In this lone pair is dipole moment upward, hydrogen also moving upward, and this dipole moment all are towards the upward. So resultant dipole moment is this. Therefore, overall dipole moment this is mu is not equal to 0. So due to the large dipole moment of lone pair, then these amines are polar nature. So one of the point we got, amines are polar. Another one, this is the first point. Second point, what is here? This nitrogen has a lone pair and here hydrogen in the another molecule. So due to this, we can get the hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding formed between the hydrogen atom and more electronegative atom nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. So hydrogen bond formed here. So which one can form hydrogen bond? In case this hydrogen not that mean alkyl group, then this is a secondary amine. So at least one hydrogen should be present. Therefore, hydrogen bond formed by secondary and primary amine form. Secondary primary amine form hydrogen bond. In case if you take the tertiary amine, this is a tertiary amine. Here no hydrogen, therefore hydrogen bond not formed. No hydrogen bond. So based on this, amines are one is polar, second one they can form hydrogen bond. Therefore, we have to compare now. Compare with which one compound? For example, alcohol. In alcohol also we have hydrogen bond. For example, this ROH, another is ROH. Like this, if you take in between, this is what is there, hydrogen bonding present. So this is hydrogen bond. Now which hydrogen bond is stronger? Oxygen hydrogen bond is stronger and it is more polar also because more electronegative. Therefore, oxygen hydrogen bond more polar and stronger hydrogen bond formed than the NH bond. So based on this, alcohol also polar and also form hydrogen bond. Therefore, boiling point of alcohol is greater than the amines, and in this amines boiling point is greater than the ethers ROR. But the question is, we have primary, secondary, tertiary amine. So primary amine boiling point greater than the secondary is greater than the tertiary. Reason, hydrogen bond formation possibility for primary because two hydrogens are present. If you consider here two hydrogens are present. In case secondary, one hydrogen is present. Therefore, boiling point order is primary greater than the secondary greater than the tertiary amines. Amines are just polar and there is no hydrogen bond. That is the reason. But sometimes this comparability comes with those are having the near molecular weight, nearly comparable molecular weight. In case molecular weight not comparable, one is higher, one is lower, is there mean higher molecular weight, higher boiling point, lower molecular weight, lower boiling point. But the question arises when then comparable molecular weight of alcohol, amine, ether. That time we have to consider this force. One is called dipole for polar, that is polar nature respect to, another is hydrogen bonding. Next, molecular weight. All this combined together we have to answer which is a higher boiling point. Now, here given some of the compounds. These are tertiary amine, this is ether, this is secondary amine, this is primary amine, this is alcohol. So we know that alcohol form the hydrogen bond, amine form primary amine also hydrogen bond form. and secondary amine also form hydrogen bond. Ether just a dipole force present. Here also dipole force will be present. Then which is the stronger hydrogen bond form? Alcohol. Therefore this should be, now if you observe their molecular weight, these are the comparable molecular weight, 50, 60, 59, like this comparable molecular weight is there. And which one has the highest boiling point? This is a boiling point. Compare here, this is a boiling point. Here 97, here 48, there 37, 8 and 3 degrees Celsius. So keep in mind, so first we have to focus on the which form the hydrogen bond. Next, dipole force. In case dipole force are equal, then we have to think the strength of the dipole force. In case dipole force strength is nearly same, that time you have to check the molecular weight. In case of the ether, if you observe ether and amine, their molar mass is 60 and 59. Dipole force, dipole both are having. Therefore, ether somewhat greater boiling point than the amine. So these are the helpful to identify the which has the higher boiling point. So in general, already I told you that alcohol boiling points are greater than the amines. In amine, primary amine is greater, then secondary amine, then tertiary amine. But in case tertiary amine and ether is there, ether is greater than the tertiary amine. This we cannot say exact, it depends upon the molecular weight also and strength of the dipole force also. That condition respect you have to answer. Solubility. Solubility meaning like dissolves like. Polar compound soluble in the polar solvent, non-polar compound soluble in the non-polar solvent. Now coming to this amines. Amines when you add into the water, so amine can form the hydrogen bond. Which amine can form hydrogen bond? Every primary, secondary and tertiary amine can form the hydrogen bond. But tertiary amine do not form, but it is form hydrogen bond with the water molecule. Therefore, solubility increases because that water molecule form hydrogen bond with the amine. Generally, up to 6 carbon they are soluble. Amines odor rotten fish like smell. Diamines having the pungent smell. So one of the example here given butane 1,4 diamine and here pentane 1,6 diamine. So amines having rotten fish like smell and diamines having generally pungent smell. In this table given that melting point and boiling point and solubility. Keep in mind already I explained that amines with the 6 carbons are generally soluble. So observe methyl, ethyl, N-propyl, isopropyl, N-butyl up to these 4 carbons are highly soluble infinite. So in NCERT textbook they given up to 4 carbons are soluble. After 4 carbons are solubility decreases. But here cyclohexylamine slightly soluble, benzyl amine soluble, aniline solubility somewhat less. That's why you can do in practical also its solubility somewhat less only appear, not that much soluble. Coming to the secondary amine, these all are primary amine. Dimethyl amine very soluble, diethyl amine very soluble, N-propylamine slightly soluble, but solubility is there. Diisopropyl slightly soluble, N-methylamine slightly soluble, diphenylamine insoluble. So carbon number increase, solubility what happened? Decreases. Trimethylamine very soluble, triethylamine then carbon number increase, solubility decrease now. Tri-N-propylamine slightly soluble. So all these are somewhat solubility decrease. And that boiling point order also you can observe. Primary are generally having the higher value and secondary amines having somewhat the lower values and tertiary amine very lower values are present based on their hydrogen bonding and polar nature. That's all together we have to observe tables and then answer. These are very useful for competitive exam, but keep in mind up to 4 carbon amines are completely soluble. After 4 carbon solubility what happened decreases, but 5 6 carbon also somewhat soluble and their boiling point orders are depend upon the primary, secondary, tertiary amine because they form the hydrogen bond. Tertiary amine do not form the hydrogen bond. Question. Rank each set of the compound in order of increasing boiling point. Here given A, B, C, D compounds. In that first one, triethylamine. This is a ethyl ethate. Triethylamine. N dipropyl, so di N propylamine. Propyl, propyl. One, two, three. And this is a hydrogen. Secondary amine. N propyl ether. One, two, three. N propyl ether. According to this, amines are more boiling point than the ether, but in that primary, secondary, you have to check. Therefore, ranking order is which one first? This is the first because secondary amine. Then ethers and if you consider tertiary amine nearly same in case if you don't know, but generally ethers are more polar than the amines. Therefore, you can say nearly equal. Then I will give the number here 1, 2, 3, meaning that is 2 is greater than the 1 and 3 nearly equal. So this is a boiling point order for this question. Then coming to the B. Coming to the B, here ethanol is given. Ethanol means this is ethanol. Dimethyl amine. This is a dimethyl amine. Secondary amine this is. Now this is diethyl ether. Alcohols are more boiling point. If you give number 1, 2, 3, therefore order is 1 is alcohol greater boiling point than the amine boiling point greater than the ether. So this is a boiling point order. Next, trimethylamine. This is a trimethylamine. Diethylamine. So this is a diethylamine. Diisopropylamine. This is a isopropylamine. This is. Now, if you consider here which amines are higher boiling point, secondary. So this is also secondary. This is also secondary. This is which one? A tertiary. So numbering, if you give that is 1, 2, 3, then tertiary secondary is greater, but two secondaries are there. This is a correct order only because here carbon numbers are extra, molecular weight increase. Therefore, this is a correct order for boiling point.